Hi, this is Rob. In this video, I'll show you how to install Node.js and Npm, the Node Package Manager, on a Mac. Node.js is a free, open source server which is used to execute JavaScript. Node can generate dynamic page content, it can process form data sent to the server, it can work with files on the server, and interact with databases. In order to work with Node on your system, you'll need to install it. And you can do that by going to nodejs.org and downloading the installer. Since I'm on a Mac, I'll download the current 16.17.0 LTS version for Mac OS. When the download completes, go to your Downloads folder and double-click the package file. When the installer loads, click Continue. Continue to agree to the license. Install. And then close. Now launch a terminal and execute the command node -v, and you should see the same version that you downloaded and installed. And to ensure npm is installed, execute the command npm -v. And now Node and npm are installed on your system. Now I'll create a simple JavaScript file to start a Node server and test the environment. So from the folder that I'm currently in, I'll launch Visual Studio Code and then create a new file named server.js. Now I'll jump back over to the browser, and on the Node site, click Docs, Guides, Getting Started Guide, and copy the sample code. I'll then go back to VS Code and paste the code in. From here, I'll go back to my terminal, do an ls-al, and we see the server.js file. And now I'll run the server by executing command node and passing the name of the file to it. And we get a message saying that the server is running on 127.0.0.1 port 3000. So I'll copy this and go back to the browser, paste it in, and we see hello world being served from our Node.js server. Now I'll jump back in the code and make a change to the message that's displayed on the web page. I'll save the file and go back to the browser. If I reload the page, we still see the hello world without the punctuation. And that's because the server is still running. In order to pick up the changes to the file, I need to stop the server, so I'll Control-C and then restart the server. And if I refresh the page now, we'll see the changes that we made reflected. So what I'm going to do now is Control-C again to stop the server and clear the screen. And I'm going to execute npm install, so the Node Package Manager, install -g, a global package, and the name of that package is NodeMon. And what NodeMon is an application that will monitor the state of the Node server. So if I launch the server with NodeMon, it will listen for changes to the JavaScript files. And when it detects them, it will automatically restart the server. So I'll go ahead and install NodeMon. And now I'll start the server with NodeMon instead of Node, passing it the name of the file. And the server is once again running on 127.0.0.1 3000. And I'll just refresh the browser to make sure the page still loads. And it does. So now let's jump back over to the code and make a change. So I'll just add v2 to the end of the text, save it. Now if I go back to the terminal, we'll see that NodeMon detected changes and restarted the server. So now all I have to do is go back to the browser, reload the page, and we see our change. And I can quit NodeMon using Control-C. And if I reload the browser now, we see that the site can't be reached because the server is stopped. So that concludes this video on installing and testing Node.js and npm. I hope you found it useful.